Okay, good morning, everyone, and happy 5th of July, and welcome to the Part-Time Podcast. I'm Joe.
And I'm Anna.
And we are here to tell you what is up. What's new with you, Anna?
Absolutely nothing, really.
Really, we had a very Summer of George day yesterday.
Yes.
Which, if you've ever had an extended period of time off, it gets to a point where you're very bored and tired, and that's kind of what we went through. We watched the Chef Show for about
Oh my gosh.
18 hours yesterday. What are your thoughts on the Chef Show?
I mean, I liked it, but you just get to a certain point with watching something a lot that you're just like, I'm so sick of this.
And it's funny because we ended on probably the best segment that we had seen. There's a Wolfgang Puck segment that's very funny.
Section, yeah.
Where they're making an omelet and Wolfgang Puck is just like roasting
He's-
Jon Favreau.
Yeah, which I guess he's done it for him before, and he completely did such a horrible job. So I guess this was a redemption one, but it still wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good, but he was like, it's not soft enough. Which if you made it for him, I feel like it'd be perfect.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because
to
yours,
up my omelet game
yours are very soft and not liquidy, but I don't know,
I think it's the butter.
maybe.
All you omelet makers out there, good way of making an omelet is when you scramble the eggs or whatever in a bowl, and then add some butter to the pan. Before the butter's melted, then you add the eggs. And then kind of give it a little bit of a stir in the pan. But enough about omelets. So we watched a Chef Show yesterday, and then we watched The Dark Knight Rises. What are your thoughts on that? You had never seen it before.
I don't know. I was kind of paying attention, kind of not.
Yeah, and you kind of fell asleep at the end. I ended up just
fall
telling her the
asleep.
ending of the movie.
I don't know.
What did you think of Anne Hathaway in particular?
I like Anne Hathaway.
Did you like
She's
her in
really,
the movie?
Yeah. I did. I don't know. She was cool, I guess.
All right, really riveting
I don't
discussion
know.
of Batman.
I just didn't
We were
really
half watching it.
Yeah,
Anna had never seen it before.
I was playing Animal Crossing. Now, if we want to talk Animal Crossing.
Please, I'm all ears.
I had literally had nothing going on in my Animal Crossing world, if I'm being
great.
honest. It's just to the point of Animal Crossing where I've just done everything that I'm just like, eh. I just play it for I don't know.
Why don't you start a new island?
I thought of that. I definitely thought of that the other day. But then I was like, I don't know. I'm going to lose, everything.
That's the fun of playing anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, my stuff. Not my, I want to start over, but have all my stuff.
Can you do that?
Yeah, kind of. You have to, take all of your stuff over to somebody else's island and, drop it off at their island and then go restart your
so
game.
You gotta hope they don't run off with all your Animal Crossing stuff.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Skip town. You find out it's not even their island you went to, it's someone
Oh
else's.
my gosh.
It's like a fourth person they've done it to.
No, I would find somebody very nice to me that would be able to do. I have a
Just
lot
saying,
of friends
I've
that
heard
play.
it happen.
Shut up! Oh my gosh, no, it actually does happen though. It does. People will go and do that, and then the people will just take all their stuff and take all their money and stuff. But
I'm a Nigerian prince, and all my money is
No.
locked up. I need you to send me all your Animal Crossing
that's
stuff.
not how it
I'll
happens.
send you back twice as much.
No. But I have thought of starting my island over for funsies.
You could just
But
start
honestly,
scamming
though,
people and then make some
No, I would
money
never.
on the side.
I cannot. No, I.
Should have known you were good.
Shut up. No, I don't know what I was saying. Thanks.
Something about you wanted to steal people's stuff in Animal Crossing.
Oh my god. No.
No. Why don't you play Minecraft?
Oh gosh, it's a whole other thing.
It's fun.
That's a whole other thing to get started into.
It's fun though. It's not like you have to you just go right into it and start playing. You should get to learn all the crafting stuff.
I feel like those type of games are just too much for me. Like there's too much open space.
Oh, I gotcha.
To, like my brain gets overwhelmed and then I just don't know what to do and I get like I'm like ugh, I don't know.
Well,
but like
that's
with
why it's
Animal
fun,
Crossing
because-
it's different because
Yeah.
there's a smaller location that
Okay.
you can so
gotcha.
it's like not so overwhelming, you know?
Minecraft, you like have to. It's the area is overwhelming, but your goals are small when you start.
I don't know. I deleted it off the Switch, so... Well, I didn't delete it, I just archived it.
Yeah, this
but-
is too much, too big on there.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm in the midst of promoting my Kickstarter, and I'm sort of at a standstill, I guess. I don't know. I have to promote it, but I'm not like... It's not launching until the end of the week. If that, maybe next week. So, I don't know. I feel like if I promote it, not too much, but if I promote it a lot and it's not up yet, people might lose interest or not check it out, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think people are going to make a note to come back and check it out.
Yeah, but if you keep promoting it, like, as consistently as you do from the beginning, as you do when you launch it, then I think that it should
that
be
makes
fine.
sense. Yeah.
Because if you promote it, like, a shit ton before, and then you just don't promote it at all after it
Yeah.
launches, then I would see people losing interest. But if you just
Okay.
keep promoting the same amount that you did when you're launching it, then I think it should be fine.
I wanted to, like, make some stuff for TikTok. Do you have any ideas? Would you do, like, a car commercial with me?
I mean, maybe.
Fake green screen.
Maybe. That's hard for me.
You know.
You know it's hard for me. I get very nervous.
It's part of your charm, though. It's very funny.
No.
Dead air.
Dead air.
Um,
Don't you usually have a list of stuff?
yeah, I got a couple things on here. Kickstarter was on there.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't like how we were so bored yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's a lot of me, though, because I'm getting, like, cabin fever.
Oh, I hear you, but like, there was yesterday was 4th of July, so there was fireworks going off, and we were like, should we go to that? And we're like, I'd rather not. That's what I don't like, when it's like there's something to do, but you're like, I'd rather just be miserable and not do anything.
No, it's not that.
Not
it's
you,
like,
I mean in general. I felt the same way.
No, it's just that I've literally seen fireworks a million
were just
times.
saying
Like, I've
that.
seen so many there are no fireworks on this world that would make me, like, go to see them voluntarily, me,
Yeah.
personally. Like, if I was taking somebody else that wanted to go see it, sure, whatever. Like, if you really, really wanted to go see fireworks last night, I would have been like, okay, yeah, we'll go. But, like, I don't want to just go just to stand there and look at fireworks that I've literally seen so many times. Like, they're all the same.
sometimes they're
And,
good.
well, no, because it's Salisbury.
Oh,
It's not like they're not gonna have like fancy fireworks. Like, they're just gonna have regular fireworks that are just like normal and that I've already seen, and I'm just like over it, and I just don't really, I don't know, it's just not that exciting to me anymore. It's not that fun. And then they had like a bunch of food trucks, but like, I'm not trying to just go spend a bunch of money while being unemployed.
Yeah.
Too, that's
That
what's
makes
stressing me out,
sense.
because I'm trying to like make decisions right now that are smart, but not like hinder my like
no, I gotcha. Like
having fun. But like, I'm not trying to just go see fireworks that I don't really care about seeing, and then spend like a bunch of money at like food trucks to eat when we could just like make dinner here.
Yeah.
Because like I'm
I hear ya.
basically broke because I have no job.
yeah.
So that it just stresses me out. But like, I mean, I've literally been like home from work for like a week now. So I'm like
Yeah.
really getting like antsy. So, but also it doesn't help because when I quit my job, you also weren't working, so we were going and like doing a bunch of stuff together.
Yeah.
So like we started out going and doing a bunch of stuff.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So technically, I probably would have started getting cabin fever a little earlier if we didn't
that
go
makes
and do all
sense.
that stuff to begin with. But now you're like, you're going to work, so then I'm like left here alone, so then that makes it worse because I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, it's weird. It's really, really weird.
And
I'm just trying not to be irresponsible.
Yeah. And yesterday, we were off together, and I was doing a lot of work from the couch so we could spend time together, and just working on the couch all day, like,
oh my God, it sucks.
It's the worst. It hurts my back. Like,
yeah.
It feels like a snow day or something.
Yeah, I didn't realize how, like...
It feels like, sorry to interrupt you, but it feels like the part of summer where it's towards the end of summer, and you don't even get up for the Price is Right anymore.
Yeah.
You're just so over it.
Yeah, I was pretty much over it. But, I mean, I have a interview tomorrow for a job, so...
Yeah.
I
that
hope
should be good.
that goes well, because I cannot take this anymore.
Yeah, the interview will go well, and, like, it was a place, not to get too specific, but, I think there's not to overthink it or anything, and, like, I don't know what they're going to offer, but you didn't even know if they were hiring. You just shot them an email and sent them your resume, and they reached out to you, and that's always a good sign.
No,
I feel like that's a good way to, like, not just get your foot in the door, but if somebody's truly looking for someone and they haven't reached out to anyone yet, and then somebody reaches out to them, they're like, oh, this person is a worker, and they just want to work.
Yeah.
Like, so many times people apply for a job, and then they get the job, and they're like, oh, this sucks. But when there's somebody, like, reaching out and really wanting it.
Yeah, I hope that it goes well tomorrow. I'm feeling very confident. I don't feel that nervous about it, which is, like, different now. I think I just have a lot more... just like work experience and like understanding of like what my responsibilities are as a worker and like just in like general. But I just feel a lot more confident, even though like the place that I'm applying for, I don't really necessarily know how to make the thing that I'm, make, because I don't really want to get too specific yet, but I don't know how to make the food item that I'm applying for.
Yeah, but
that's
gonna be the fun part.
I mean, I've definitely made it before, but not like from scratch. Obviously, is what I'll be doing. But I've never done it before. But I'm feel confident in the fact that I can learn.
Yeah, and coming from what you did before.
Yeah, because I mean, I started at like Starbucks and I learned how to be a barista, which was kind of challenging, but
especially where you trained.
Yeah, but I learned and I ended up like loving it and like feeling really good about it, and then quitting that and then going off and like learning how to make pizza. It's like two completely different things. Obviously, one's a drink and one's a food. Like it's like so different, but I learned like so quickly like how to do all that stuff. Like I don't like I
just have the kind of brain that if you have to learn something like that or you're interested in it, you're really good at it. Because I used to make pizza all the time, just kind of self-taught. And then you taught me how to actually roll out pizza dough and stuff, which I didn't actually know how to do. And you were still, like, doing circles around me the whole time.
Yeah, I ended up getting really good at
it was impressive.
Stretching pizza dough out and like tossing it and throwing it and stuff, which was so much fun. Like it's like one of those things, like I think I just really enjoy, like I was saying the other day when we were talking about like jobs and stuff, I think I just genuinely enjoy being creative but also making something. Like I just feel satisfaction from like making something and like somebody enjoying it. I think I just because I remember when I worked at Starbucks, I always made everything like to standard. Like I was always literally everything. That rarely ever did something like leave my hands that wasn't satisfactory, like wasn't like good. So when like people would be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, like it tastes so good, like thank you so much, you make my drink amazing every single time, I only want you to make my drink, like you do it perfect every single time, that stuff like really really makes me feel good. Like it really 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 makes me feel good, like those type of compliments, because I've been like practicing like so hard and just like making, like it's always on my mind to make something perfect every single time for everybody. Like, like, it's just always in my brain. So, like, it's just not, like, it's like, and I'm, like, I crochet and stuff. So, like, I'm making stuff, and it feels good to, like, make something. Yeah. Like, I just loved it. I think I just, like, am addicted to that. It's really...
Yeah, like I was saying in the other podcast, I saw the moment, literally, when you went from just starting to crochet a little bit to when you made that keychain for someone. Yeah. I literally saw the look click on your face where you're like, yeah, oh, I had the idea how to do something. I had the skill set to do it, and I made it, and it turned out great.
Yeah, because I never really, like, could really do that before. I mean, I could make, like, really, really, really basic stuff, like a scarf. It's like anybody can make a freaking scarf. Like, come on. But, like, I've never been able to, like, think of something so weird and just, like, out of the box and just make it like that. Like,
yeah, I
don't know.
This is kind of different, but it's almost similar to the same exact look that my niece Violet had when she was starting to play with Legos, and she was, like, kind of into it, and then she was working on a Lego set and got to some step in the instructions and was like, can you do this? I don't know how to do this. And I was like, just follow the instructions. You got it. And I literally saw it click in her head where she saw what she was supposed to be doing, and then she finished it. And after that, she was, like, obsessed. So I don't know whatever that feeling is. It's different than just, like... I don't know, than just feeling satisfied. It's like,
it's way different.
Or accomplishment. It's like seeing something in your mind's eye and finishing it. And then when somebody else likes it.
Yeah, it just feels so good.
Yeah, and people like that have that kind of mindset. When you do work a job where it's kind of making something, you could hate the job, but there's those little moments where you could have somebody come in and try to be really nice to you, but you could not care. But when you get that appreciation for something that you did, it's like on a different level.
Yeah. Like,
stuff like that makes this job special that I think a lot of people don't understand.
I remember being at Starbucks, and, like, everybody that works at Starbucks hates making frappuccinos. Like, it's just kind of the word.
But when people start and they're new, they're like, I love making these.
No,
and like,
so
how do you say that now?
It's the only reason that I always hated making frappuccinos is I didn't like when I would be... Like, I don't like having to jump from station to station. Like, that's when I lose a lot of time in making drinks. Like, if everything was, like, you know, right next to each other, obviously that would be perfect. But it can't be like that, obviously. But jumping from station to station is where I lose a lot of time. So I didn't like having to make a bunch of drinks on the espresso bar, and then having to jump over to the blenders to finish a frappuccino that I had. Like, I like making frappuccinos when it's the only drink that I have to make. Yeah. Like, if somebody just comes in and they're like, give me a caramel ribbon crunch, I'm like, give it to me, I'm all over it, I love it. Because I like making it look pretty. Like, I think they look so pretty. So I would always enjoy, like, even when we would be busy, I would always make sure that I was taking at least the smallest little bit of time to at least make the frappuccinos look pretty. Yeah. Like, they would always, anytime they left my hand, they would always look fairly pretty. I always wanted to make sure that they looked nice, and it was just honestly a thing with me. Like, I just I love doing the whipped cream. Like, I think it looks so pretty and fun. Yeah. Like, I don't know, I just really, and putting like the caramel on the whipped cream, it always just looked so pretty and like aesthetically pleasing. And like, even though I hate it, the whipped cream on the bottom and the caramel, it looks pretty, but it's honestly annoying.
Yeah, I got to a point where, like, I'll make stuff and coworkers be like, wow, that looks really good. To the point where it's frustrating, where I'm just like,
that's how it should look.
It's supposed to. And it's
that's how you're supposed to make it. It just
gets under my skin when people like making half-ass it, and it's like, I get it, you're like over it, but it's like, the people that are getting it could probably care less if it's made perfectly, but if it doesn't look right, they're going to be mad.
Yeah. Also, if I can make this drink in a time-efficient manner and still make it look pretty, so can you. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's not taking any extra time, really. You're just making the drink properly. Yeah. Like, you're just making it how it's supposed to be made. Like, that's how it works. But like you just get faster. Like over time you'll just get faster. So like it doesn't matter, like you making it that way, like it's just that's the time that
wow. Well, we can keep going. I mean, there's no
I don't care.
Go long. I think the last one was about a half hour, 45 minutes.
No, longer. Yeah.
Would you ever want to? I don't know if I would want to, but have you ever thought about one day if you would want to open a small cafe or something, or like a bakery cafe?
Be fun. Yeah. But opening up a business just seems.
Yes, we've learned so much about opening a business.
Like before I worked at the pizza shop, I would be like, oh my god, yes, that's the dream. That sounds like so much fun. But after going through all of this, like opening up a business and everything, it is a lot, and I would have to be like, it would have to be like a time in our lives where like that could like be the only thing that we're focusing on, like literally like no art. Which sucks, because like we would have to focus literally all our energy into that business. That would be our main like money thing.
Which at one point, and it's like
that has to be like a decision that you would.
I remember like being at the pizza shop and just thinking, if you were to open it, like if you were opening a business, I was thinking like, why don't you just cut out the middleman and just work at a pizza place? You'd be able to make money. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like owning a business, you're not gonna make money right away at it. Yeah. It's like such a thing. But I don't know. I think owning a cafe would be nice.
If it like,
I think a bakery's like
if something
the way
like,
to go. Like you could start from home.
Yeah. If like the stars aligned and things were presenting themselves like that, then maybe yes. But I don't know if I could just be like, I feel like doing it now, and just like starting from like nothing, and
but
like
there
having
are
to
people
find...
that do that, and then it like doesn't work out, or sometimes it will a little bit. I know there's someone in Rehoboth that owned a cafe. I don't remember the name of it, that like did like insanely well out of nowhere. So she immediately opened a second one on the highway where the old Starbucks was, and it like tanked right away. And she's like, oh, opening 2 businesses is a lot harder than one. And it's like, how did you like open one and not even like skip a beat?
That's really weird.
It's so strange. And like I think the weirdest thing for me about the pizza place was like the main stuff. All there was pizza. It was a brick oven, and it was like all the dough, cheese, and all the stuff to make the pizza in the oven and everything. Everything that was what the business was all about was almost like an afterthought. Yeah. Like the place opened, it seemed like all the money was gone into opening the place, and then it was open, and it was like, well, there's nothing that kind of works, and we don't have money for product. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like hard to explain. I know not every place is like that, but like
is pretty much what ended up happening.
Yeah, like imagine if you sunk all your money into opening a cafe, and then the espresso machine you got was used and just doesn't really work.
Yeah, there'd be no point.
Yeah, then you're opening a business. You're like, oh, I sunk my whole life into this. But it's like, yeah, well, you open a coffee business and there's no coffee.
Yeah, you gotta be able to make...
Like, people aren't going to come in and be like, oh, I can tell you worked a lot on opening this up. It's like, no.
I made a good pizza, too.
Yeah, the pizza was very good. That pizza oven was awesome. Like, yeah. It was just so good. All right, but let's change topics completely here. Tell me your thoughts. I really want to know all your thoughts on the Barbie movie coming out. And I only bring it up because just it's sort of becoming a meme on the internet, and the fact that Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie are in it makes me think it's something more than what it looks like in the trailers. Because like she can literally do anything. She could write her own ticket.
She's so good.
Like she's got like that pull in Hollywood where she can do like anything she wants. So I'm thinking like maybe it's gonna be really funny, or there's some kind of satirical edge to it, or
I definitely think
talk about your history with the Barbie franchise just quickly.
Oh my god!
Just do a quick recap.
I just have been playing with Barbies ever since I was literally ever since I can remember. Like that's what I've been playing with.
When you got that, didn't you get a bird? And what did your brother want you to name the bird?
Well, it was a cockatiel, I think, are the one that I got, and it was they're like yellow with like red cheeks. So he wanted me to name it Pikachu, but I was like, no, Barbie. So I named it Barbie. It was really cute. I was obsessed. I was really, really obsessed. I had like, like boys usually have like those big containers of Legos. Well, I had those containers, but they were filled with Barbies. So I had like 4 huge containers, just all of Barbies, and like I had a dream house, everything. I was obsessed for like a really long time. So I'm really excited for this new movie because like it looks like it's supposed to be like funny, like off, like. Yeah. I don't know. Somebody said that it's supposed to be like The Truman Show, which I have never seen, but you have, so.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. All I know is Will Ferrell's in it, and there is this trend that I haven't really looked it up, but I haven't heard anyone talk about it. There is some weird thing with Will Ferrell. I don't know if it's his idea, where you've seen Old School, right?
No.
You've never seen Old School?
No.
Okay. Old School's all about them. Oh, not Old School, Wedding Crashers.
Yes.
Okay, Wedding Crashers. When they have all the rules for crashing a wedding and stuff, and they're like, oh, my friend so-and-so taught me these rules. And he's like, I've never met your friend. They talk about this friend the whole time. I forget that trope when they talk about a character and then he shows up. There's all this, like, mystique around a character, and then you finally meet the character. They can only say one line, but you'd be like, oh, man, that character's amazing.
Yeah.
There's talking about that character the whole time, and then when they go to reveal it, he slowly comes down a staircase, and it's Will Ferrell. He's done that same thing in like 10 movies. After that, they always do this thing where they talk about a character. They did it in Starsky and Hutch. They did it in the Lego movie, which I don't know you saw. Like, they have this character that they finally reveal he walks down a staircase. I don't know if that was Will Ferrell's idea, or it just became a trend with him doing that. Like, have you seen it before? Somebody should make a supercut of him doing that. I don't know. I just feel like they're going to do that in this Barbie movie.
I was like, where are you getting with this? I was like, that's great, but are you saying that they're going to do that?
It seems very similar to the Lego movie so far, which I don't think you saw either. Lego movie's great.
I just said that now.
Oh. Well, they finally reveal him in the Lego movie, but he is like the bad guy in that movie, and I think he's supposed to be the head of Mattel in the Barbie movie.
Oh,
so I feel like it's going to be a similar type character.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I saw a picture the other day of Margot Robbie, like in her character, like sitting on a bench, like crying. So I'm pretty sure it's probably like going to be like...
It's going to be some kind of fish out of water story.
Yeah, but for sure.
Sometimes it's not about the story, it's like how it's told, so...
Yeah, so maybe it is that story, but they're just like doing it in like a really like fun way. I don't know. I'm really excited though. There's a skating scene where she's rollerblading. Yeah, because I mean, I'm sure that I had a rollerblading Barbie. I cannot remember. I had so many that like I don't remember which ones I had.
Do you remember when rollerblades were a thing, like big time?
Yeah, I do.
What happened to them?
I don't know. I think I had a pair, but
everybody had them.
I know.
Like people would like go to like take them to work.
It was like a huge thing. Yeah. I have friends that I had a friend in college that would rollerblade to class.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was just more of a slow fade out then.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a slow fade out. But my friend that had the rollerblades was gay, so it makes sense. A lot of gay people.
Bill Burr has a joke about it where he's like, I had him.
Skates.
He's like, everybody had him. I had him. And he's like, all it took was one person to make a gay joke and then no more.
Yeah, literally. Pretty much.
So yesterday I was, I had forgotten about a vlog I had started to edit like weeks ago and was finishing it up. I still didn't finish it.
Longer than weeks ago.
Yeah, and it was just all these clips edited together, and then I was just editing it yesterday, and I just got bored and didn't want to do it anymore. I don't know. If for some reason you got a job today making vlogs, can you think of one idea? I got nothing here.
I don't know.
I just have clips on my phone, and I want to put narration to it, but it's like, I got nothing. I mean... I want to do something interesting and fun, like a day in the life, but it's like, I don't I'm not gonna film me pretending to wake up to an alarm and getting up.
You do wake up to an alarm.
I know, but I have to get up to the alarm and then set the camera up, which is my phone, and then pretend to be asleep and get back up again. I just don't have that in me.
Yeah.
Like, all I see when I watch, like, Casey Neistat and stuff like that is just, like...
The setup.
You have to set this up and film yourself doing every little thing.
Seems.
Like, you can see it, his wife is so frustrated on all the videos that he makes. But, I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about his videos. They're amazing.
I think she just looks like that, though. I think she's just, like, genuinely, like, has a RFB.
And I think he just has, like, a compulsion into filming stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Dead air. All right, well, I think we're pretty good for now.
Yeah.
Anything else? What do you want to leave the people with? What are you drinking today? I'm having a cold brew. I'm having a bulletproof coffee right now.
I'm having a Red Bull. What flavor is it called? The tropical one, the yellow one.
The yellow Red Bull.
The yellow Red Bull. Mm-hmm. That's my favorite.
Ooh, I do want to say, though, your new can holders, I don't know if you had made those last week yet, but they are awesome. I
think I made them.
Well, they're still awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, she's making these little can koozie things that look like, kind of looks like a little cactus with a tiny little flower on it, and they're really cool. I think they would sell. And I think, because you already made, I think, like 3 or so.
Yeah.
I think you could make just a bunch of those flowers and then take pictures with the different flowers on there so people can choose which one they want, and that way you don't have to make a whole bunch. You can just make them to order.
I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made this one. I didn't put the flower on it yet, so it's perfect.
All right, so most podcasts have like a signature way that they end the podcast. You get to just beat me with the thing.
Hey, I'm supposed to say that.
So most podcasts have a signature way that they end. Do you have any ideas for a good signature way to end the podcast? Is there one phrase you want to end with, or
I feel like it needs to develop.
I got it. But for today, say one phrase that's 2 lines, but it has to rhyme. And it has to be about life. Go.
Oh my god, that's too much.
Just something fun that rhymes. Anything. A mini poem. That's
too much for me. You're better at that stuff than I am.
And my mind's drawing a blank right now.
Yeah, of course.
Ooh, I got it. Okay. Folks out there, if you like coffee like we do, we are going to give you a nice drink to get when you go out. My recommendation would be a flat white. If you go to a nice, no, not flat white. Sorry,
I love a
cortado.
Flat white.
I love a flat white, but cortado. If you've never had a cortado before,
they're good.
And you're in a nice cafe, like one that's supposed to be like super fancy,
not Starbucks.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I meant. Single origin espresso, like they have espresso of the day or whatever, blah blah blah. If you want a very good example of what their drinks are like, get a cortado. It's sort of a mix. It's sort of in between a cappuccino and a latte, but it's short. You really get all the elements of the milk and the espresso together, and it's very good, just representation of what their coffee's like. Do you agree, Anna, or do you have any other ideas for a drink you might recommend to someone?
No, I agree with that, because I do love drinking, like, just straight up espresso, but, like, sometimes I can't, like, do just the espresso. Like, I can't just take a shot, like, all at once. Like, it's kind of gross to me. But the milk, it's, like, a little bit of milk. Like, it's not, like, a whole latte, which is, like a lot sometimes. Like, that's a lot of milk in a latte.
Yeah.
So it's really nice, like, because you can still taste the espresso, like, really, really well, because it's a lot. I mean, I do a double in mine, usually.
Yeah. And if it's a nicer place, they have really nice milk, too. Like, we were at a cafe the other day, and we got heavy cream in our coffee, and it was so good.
It wasn't just, like, regular heavy cream, I guess.
Really good.
It was, like, I don't know.
Just better from a farm or something. I don't even know.
Better brand, yeah, probably.
I was going to say, you can also... I don't think they do this everywhere. They did it at a place I worked where we called it the trifecta, and it was a shot of espresso, or maybe it was, 1 shot of espresso, a shot of espresso with a little bit of foam, and then a little thing of milk by itself. So you could taste each thing together. So
that's
like, cute. A shot of espresso and then some milk on the side. So that's another thing too, if you're just curious. And what we used to do is we would get a drink that we liked, and if we were trying a new place, and then we would just get one shot of espresso to share.
Oh yeah, that was
And then
so
you
much
really,
fun.
yeah. And there was a day where we had like 9 shots in a row.
We were being such little dorks. 'Cause
Yeah.
we were like, oh my god, I can really taste the tomato in this one. Like,
Oh, yeah.
by ourselves. We were just like sitting there tasting coffee, doing a literal coffee tasting
Yeah.
together.
We should do a coffee podcast next week.
Oh my god, we could.
Yeah.
All about coffee.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
I'll write some notes out. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
All right. Stay tuned, folks, for Coffee Cast next week. But we're gonna have to. I wonder if they would mind if we shot it at the. Not shot it, but if we recorded it at the cafe down the street.
I don't know. I don't want to do
Then
that.
you'd be too stressed. Okay, we'll just do it from
I
home.
can't.
I was just thinking that like I want to get some good coffee to have. Or we could just make it here. I don't know. All right, that's it, folks. Have a good week.